The Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
Alrighty, welcome to the show. It is Monday night. I do expect Joe to be here shortly. He's always running around just up to the last minute here. And I do believe Zim, Dane from Zim's Guitars is coming on. And Krelba, how are you today?
Hey now.
Hey now is right.
Yeah.
Hey
So far, so
now,
good.
hey now. Sing this corrosion to me. Andrew Collins, Ben Dayo, and Mikey Newman, welcome. Here we have Dane fresh in. Dane, welcome.
Hey, Dane.
Hey, guys. How are you doing today?
Good.
Pretty
We're
good,
just getting
pretty good.
started here. Krelba was going to tell, hey now. Jan says, hey now. So what's been happening, Krell? This week you've been sick, right?
Yeah, and just getting over it. Just got the stuff in the lungs I got to get rid of.
Bobby, welcome. Joe D'Angelo, welcome. Very good. Dane, how have you been, man?
I've been good. Trying to just get through the dog days of summer down here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm buying a lot of used guitars, and
Nice.
It feels like I'm buying more than I'm selling,
Right.
kind of thing.
Well, it'll be good for the winter.
It is, and a lot of older guitar shop owners that have come in here and they've talked to me. They all tell me the same thing. Hey, man, just try to get through the summer financially. Guys have high SRP or, electric bills in the summer. We have an SRP out here that does electric. But guys are just going to be selling you stuff all summer to pay their bills because it's hot. And then in the winter, you'll be able to sell that stuff.
What's the temperature there right now?
It's about 104, I think.
Is that all?
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's
actually,
we've had a lot. Our monsoon season has been good.
For 5 at night or whatever.
It's raining a lot.
Yeah, excellent. So we were talking before. It was just me and Krelba sitting around before we went live. I was talking that I didn't realize. I was listening to Red Barchetta in the Aussie's Bone. No, not Aussie's Boneyard. Iron Maiden Radio, and Red Barchetta came on, and I'm sitting there going, "What the hell is the motor law?" So then I looked it up, and I didn't realize the song is supposed to be in the future. It's a futuristic song where he goes and gas engines have been outlawed, and he goes and takes this car. And he takes this car, which was I believe, a Ferrari Barchetta. In Italian, it's pronounced Barchetta. And I guess Getty didn't know that till after they already did the song and whatnot. And the song was a futuristic song. And I guess it's based on a book. But I just thought it was interesting because it hit me. I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? The motor law, but it's a fictitious, Anyways, I thought it was interesting.
For now, it's fictitious.
Well, I don't think it's going
So that's
that way
proof
for
that
long.
Neil Peart.
long.
That's
I
proof
mean,
that Neil Peart
people
actually read a
start-
book, right?
Gonna rebel. Well, I think he's very well read, or was well read.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was interesting. You know what? But they also play a lot of April Wine on this Iron Maiden radio. And man, I forgot how much I like April Wine.
Let me guess, probably Roller a lot.
They play Roller, but that song, I mean, you know that song from them. But just a lot of songs that I didn't know that I'm like, this is a great song. This is a great song. I mean, a lot of great songs. And then, of course, they play the Sign of the Gypsy Queen, Just Between You and Me, All Over Town, which is a great song. But they're a great band. Every song, I mean, they have a certain sound. It's, you know what else? They kind of remind me of Y&T a little bit. You know how Dave Meniketti
kind of
has that voice. When you hear Dave, you're like, man, this is Y&T and it's good. You know?
Plus, they
They
have 3 guitar players.
Yep.
So when you listen to with headphones on, you can hear one dude in the right channel. You can hear the dude in the center. You can hear them. You know, they separate them.
Yeah, Don Hall. I Like to Rock's a great one. It's a great song. They play that.
They did
a
a
lot.
good cover of King Crimson too. They did 21st Century Schizoid Man.
I remember.
Yeah,
that.
that's one of those songs that I just don't think people should cover, even though I do not mind it because other people have covered that song as well. I'm always like, don't cover King Crimson, please. I don't know. I just don't like it because King Crimson was so
unique
King
in
Crimson.
its own.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I love the King Crimson, the 3 albums with Adrian Belew. You know, like
in the 80s,
Discipline, Beat,
Red,
3 of a Perfect Pair. Not Red.
I saw that tour.
No, they weren't in. He wasn't on Red.
Red is from like '73, and I think John Wetton's the singer on Red.
Guys, I got a customer coming in, so I got to
go do your thing. Go do your thing. Yeah, no, the King Crimson, the albums in the well, I think it's the
Discipline.
80s. It's Discipline, Beat, and 3 of a Perfect Pair. The Red well, Discipline's the red cover. Beat is the blue one, and 3 of a Perfect Pair is the yellow.
That's why I said Red, because
Yeah.
the freaking color of the album.
Yeah. But yeah, Red, there was a girl I used to work with at West LA Music. She worked for me, and she said to me one time, she's like, she was in love with Greg Lake's voice. And she's like, his voice is so good on Red. I go, it's so good on Red, it's John Wetton.
John Wetton. They're close, though. They're close in their voice.
Hey, Mikey. But you know, they sound like, I know, but it was just like, you know, how good is he? And then today it was funny. I was talking to my friend in the gym, and she was like, "Who's singing here?" And I was, you know, it was a Queen song, and I didn't realize I wasn't listening. And I think it was the guy, who's the Fagler that sings with them now?
Oh, Adam Lambert.
Adam Lambert. So it was Adam Lambert, and I was like, "This guy." Have you heard this guy on YouTube, Mark Mantell?
Mark Martell? Yes.
Martell.
He actually looks like him too, a little bit.
So I pulled it up to show her, and she was like, "This guy even looks like Freddie, but that guy should be in Queen."
Yeah, I thought he should have been the one in that. That instead they put him on that.
Hey Joe,
the traveling rock opera or whatever.
That guy is fantastic, though. That Mark Martell.
What are we talking?
He's better than Mark Mantell, the guy whose name I couldn't. No, I'm just kidding.
Talking about Queen.
Joe, what's happening?
Nothing.
All right, good.
Late.
All right,
that's all right.
He's got a sporty shirt on.
It looks like
it's out of date.
Can we see that shirt? Can we see what's the cover of that shirt? Almost looks like Journey for a minute, just when you see the top. Oh no!
A gift from my friend Hoover.
Yeah, thank you, Hoover, for that shirt. Was that the
5X?
Yeah, that was the one. The 3X.
Yeah,
maybe?
there's the one.
All right, I remember. Nice.
It was a gift from Hoover. What about Otter? Didn't he get you anything?
Who?
Otter.
D-Day. Animal House.
John Wetton in Asia is awesome. Time Again, by the way, is a great song by Asia on the first album. Time Again. I absolutely love it. Getting back to this Mark Martell character, I was like, I would go see Queen, I think, if that guy was singing.
Yeah. Missed opportunities because
Adam Lambert,
thought George Michael would have been good.
Nah. This guy looks like Fred. I mean, this guy gives you the experience. And not only that, Like Adam Lambert, I've seen like some clips from him in Queen, and he's wearing like the fur coat. It looks like a Liberace show.
It
Do you know
does.
what I mean? I'm waiting for the guy to bring the Rolls Royce in him to go, Scott Thorson, everybody. Scott Thorson. Liberace died. I'm banging him now. I mean, it's just like, come on. It's
You know
a
what's
Liberace
worse?
show.
You know what's worse than a flaming front man is a 6'5" flaming front man. He's
What's
a
that?
big guy.
Who?
Adam Lambert.
Yeah,
He's
right.
tall. He's like my
when he's
height.
on stage. I'm just saying, the guy who is that guy, Mark Martel. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, just go to YouTube and type in Mark Martel Bohemian Rhapsody, where he's sitting at the piano playing this song, and don't look at the screen for a few minutes, and then look. The guy sings like him. He sounds like him. It is the Queen experience, as far as I'm concerned. Like Paul Rodgers singing for Queen is like they may as well have gotten who's the woman that sings "Everything's Coming Up Roses"? Ethel Merman.
Oh,
I mean, it's as relevant. It's the same relevance.
I thought
imagine?
Rogers did a good job, but the thing is that they're trying to run away from the legacy of Freddie, and I thought they should have embraced it a little more.
I agree. It's too late to try to reinvent yourself with a different singer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's the problem. They had a 3 decades career.
Yeah.
It touched 3 decades. Let's embrace those 3 decades and not sit. It would be like if Mick Jagger died and all of a sudden they got a singer like David Coverdale to replace him. You'd be like, what the fuck is the Stones doing?
Yeah.
You wouldn't get a different character. You want to give people that experience.
Yeah, because they came out with the studio album
it's
with
Dawn.
Paul Rogers, and it's awful.
And
Cosmo
don't get me wrong,
Prox.
I fucking
like-
love Paul Rogers. I love the band Free. I think the
His
band
voice got
Free
better as he got older.
I know, but I think Free is underrated. They had some great songs. I'm sure Dane would agree with that. Dane, are you a Free fan? Great band. Bad Company, fantastic.
Yeah.
His first solo album, Cut Loose the Chains, that fucking song, that title track, Cut Loose by Paul Rogers, is one of my favorite Bad Company songs. Did you get what I did there? Because it still sounds like Bad Company, but it was a solo. And then The Firm is awesome. I agree. Dom Hall.
Firm is great.
Firm is awesome. But Paul, what about Satisfaction Guaranteed or Closer? Every song on that.
That was a great album.
Fantastic. And the second one's good. But my point is Paul Rogers is great in everything. Just don't have him fill Freddie's shoes, because then it's ridiculous. Because then it's absurd. You know, we were talking the other day about Lou Gramm. What a great singer Lou Gramm was. He was outstanding. Those first 2 Foreigner albums, that band is on fire. That's like one of the most premier rock bands. By the third album, I think they switched bass players on that album, but it's definitely, the songs are a little cheesier and they're trying to be poppier. And then by the fourth album, to me, they've lost me, except for I Don't Want to Break It Up. Break It Up.
Yeah, that is a good.
Great song. Other than Break It Up, the rest of the record you could throw in the trash.
Nightlife wasn't bad.
He could break it up and throw it in the trash.
Yeah, you can break up the rest of the record.
Take the record, break it up, throw it away.
You know, Waiting for a Girl Like You wasn't a bad ballad.
So alone.
Yeah.
I've been thinking. Oh, it's just so over the top.
That sounds like South Park.
Yeah, that's because it's a caricature of the band. It's silly. But Lou, on those, you listen to the first album, songs like "I Need You," "Fool for You Anyway" is great, but "Long Way from Home."
Was Star Rider on there?
Yeah, but what's his name sang Star Rider, didn't he?
Does he?
That's Mick Jones.
Mick Jones. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he sings a lot of songs on Double Vision. He sings, and Head Games he sings. But that first album, what's that? Feels Like the First Time's a great tune. Cold as Ice is outstanding. Now just imagine if after the career of Foreigner, they decide to get a singer and they get Mark Storis or Storace, however, from Crocus. You'd be like, what the fuck are they doing? That's what I feel like they do. I feel like when they got Adam Lambert, they're like, does he sound like Freddie? No. Can he sing the songs to sound like the band? No. Is he gay? Yeah. All right. 1 out of 3 ain't bad. Let's get him in there. Get him in the fur. Get him in the man fur. We'll put a Liberace suit on him.
We like Paul Rogers, but he wasn't gay. So we need to get a gay guy in here.
Also, you guys, you're Judas. We always talk Judas Priest. The song Devil's Child comes on the radio every day. What the fuck does Rob Halford mean when the guy says, "Eat my diamonds"? Eat my diamonds? What the fuck does that mean?
I guess he means he's got rings on his finger. And
he's like, "Eat my diamonds, drinking all my gin, feast your eyes on a whole lot of sin." I had to take a shower after hearing the song. I feel like I'm hearing a song about a Mapplethorpe painting. Folks, these are called jokes. You can chime in anytime.
It's all fun and games until you get the bullwhip in the ass.
Right. I'm sitting there like, what the hell are we listening to here? But anyways, I digress. I tell you, it easy. I tell you. Joe, how was your day? How's Mikey doing? Let's get to the.
Mikey's here. Michael's in the living room. I was just reading my CSATs for today. Some fuck ass left me a -1 because UPS didn't leave his package at the door. I'm not UPS.
Right. Do you want to read it?
No, fuck him.
Okay.
Read that.
All right.
As my father would say, go fuck yourself.
I like
my French.
I think everyone's father said that at one point.
Yeah, I also don't believe that's French. Anyway.
Probably not. How's everyone else doing?
Good. It's been it's been good. I had a good weekend. It was good. Fun time. My brother's in town now.
Too damn fast.
What's that?
Weekend went too damn fast.
Dude, time goes by fast.
Where is your brother? He's in town. He don't live in Boston. Where's he from?
No, he lives in Venice, California. We all lived out in California at the same time. And he was here he's here with his daughter and his wife. But yeah.
Oh, was that you posted a picture with your niece?
Well, that was and then I posted a picture yesterday with my brother and my mother.
Yes, that I saw.
Yeah. They were sitting opposite me because I was smoking cigars and they didn't want to get attacked by the smoke. No, they don't care. Actually, my brother doesn't give a shit. He actually likes the smell of the cigars. He used to smoke cigars back in the day with me, but like in the early 2000s, but then not anymore. And what else happened this weekend? Anything exciting? Yesterday, a friend of mine who manages a cigar lounge, he had a tumor, a brain tumor.
Oh.
And 6 weeks ago, we went and had everyone got together and had cigars with him because it was his last cigar he could have because he couldn't smoke cigars during treatment. And his last treatment was August 1st, and he was cleared to have a cigar this week. So he's waited till Sunday, and we all smoked cigars with him. That was great. And that was really nice. And he actually gave me a cigar. He gave me an Oliva V Melanio. And I told him I hated Oliva. I don't like the brand. He's like, you will like this cigar. And he was wrong. I loved it. It was fantastic. And I hate him for it. They don't know if they have to go in and do surgery. They don't know yet. They won't know for a couple of weeks when they check it. But I had a gig on Saturday night. I played at Martini's. That was a blast. That was so fun this Saturday because I guess there was a 50th high school reunion in Plymouth, and a bunch of people came. Thanks, Charlie F. A bunch of people came to the gig. These 4 guys, they were all like huge music fans. They were like, we just came for dinner. We heard the first song and we're like, we're staying all night. They talked to like literally they held me up from leaving because as I'm trying to leave, they were all yapping and whatnot. And they were there with their daughter who she was loving it too. I mean, it was just a great crowd, really responsive this time. And it was great. We had a fun time. And we play earlier now. We play 9 to 12. They think it's better that we start while there's still a dinner crowd. And it's true. They hang much longer. And it's funny because Jimmy's been saying that since day one. Since we started, Jimmy's like, should we start at 9 and end at 12? But now we're doing that. And and the owner, Joe, is now interested in losing weight. I'm going to write out a program for him. He's a great guy. And it's the time when people realize they want to change. This guy has had a lot of health issues in the last year. And when you start to realize that you're somewhat in control of it, you know what I mean? Because you can fix things. You can do things. You're a sober guy. It's all in your hands. And I want you to put in my hands what you want to put in God's hands. And he'll have the whole world in his hands. Folks, that's a little Paul Sorvino from Oh God. So it was a good weekend in that respect. I'm trying to think what I did Friday. This Friday and Saturday, I have 2 gigs this weekend. One's in Taunton in a tent with Danny. We play at this place, the Jockey Club. That'll be a fun gig. And then Saturday, I'm playing at Martini's again. Ann Hatch, she was driving on, I believe, is it Walgrove, which is in Venice, literally maybe a mile or 2 miles from my brother's house. And in fact, it was probably a quarter of a mile from Bingham. It's in Bingham's neighborhood on the other side of Venice. Apparently, she's driving in the middle of the daytime, doing 90 down that street and not crashing.
Yeah, on tons of substances, and it's like she shouldn't have even had a license. She said past accidents.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a terrible thing. Nobody likes to hear that anybody destroyed a perfectly good Mini Cooper. No, I'm kidding.
Savage.
She was in. Was she in 8 Days and 7 Nights with Harrison Ford? Was that the movie?
She was. Yes,
that's what it was called. I was trying to remember that movie. That's where they're in the plane and they get stranded or something.
No, they told me I could spend 5 nights in Paris. I said, "What do I do days?" They said, "I don't care what you do, just get the hell out of Paris." It's a Rodney joke. She was once married to Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen.
How weird is that?
Yeah. And then she was just like, there's something missing from our relationship. She said to Ellen, there's something missing from our relationship. I think it's called a penis and 2 testicles.
The Frank
and so that was it. She was in Nebraska.
Penis privilege, right?
Yeah. She was like, exactly. Folks, don't mind me. Let me mansplain what I'm talking about. Oh God. Folks, just seriously. Call the Moyle, Rabbi, cut your cock off and cut your cock off. So yeah. So Dane, how was your weekend?
It was you know what? I spend like every minute here at the store. My band has basically been on hiatus for the summer because it's so hot. We don't even rehearse. We just take the summer off. We were supposed to open for Starship on September 3rd in Montclair, California, and Starship canceled. And I'm like, oh, did they just cancel our band or what happened? So I actually went on Starship's website, and sure enough, they have it listed that they're at some casino gig over in LA area somewhere. So they took a better show.
Wow.
And so, I'm like, darn. And so we haven't even practiced, although on this I believe we do have another studio. We're going in the recording studio just to record songs just for us. And we're going to do that,
no worries, John.
On the 17th. We record songs just for us, Right. But we also record songs because my lead singer works in Hollywood, and he's the construction manager on that TV show, The Mayans, which is the spinoff of Sons of Anarchy. So it's a motorcycle gang TV show called The Mayans. Nice. It's on FX. It's also on Hulu. And so we recorded a song last year at my studio at my house, and basically I'm standing in my kitchen playing bass.
All are welcome, Tiny. All are welcome. Sorry.
We gave that song and we submitted it to the producers because, again, my lead singer knows those guys. And so season 4, episode 8, about 26 minutes in, the Mayans all got their guns blazing. They run into a bar, start shooting people. Hey, motherfucker, start killing people. And our music is playing in the background over the jukebox.
That's
We got
great.
about 20
Bingham
seconds.
says, "What city did Starship handle the construction on?" They're aware. He's aware they built that city, but he's just not sure which. That's terrible, Bingham. I just had to repeat it. I was going to do a worse joke, John. I was going to say they told him, "Listen, the show's been canceled, but we'll find your way back."
Okay.
I think
Great song,
Elton. Who's Elton's lyric? Bernie Taupin.
Yeah.
I think he wrote those lyrics. We built this.
Which
city
one?
on
Find Your Way
nothing like
Back?
that. No, we built this city. That's his lyrics.
Oh,
Oh,
my
really?
God. Then it's
That's,
true. He does suck. Because
Yeah,
that
he
is the
does.
worst song of all time.
An even worse video.
You know what? I always thought the guy who wrote the lyrics to Little Genie was the superior songwriter for Elton John. I want you to be my acrobat.
Find your way at modern times.
I want you to be my acrobat. Oh, that was a great Familiar Stranger is another great song. I think it's just called Stranger.
What was the album that had Winds of Change on?
It's the second one. It's the one after Wind of Change is on. I think it's called Wind of Change. The album after that, 82.
Okay.
I also like Laying It on the Line. The album that has the green sheer on it. Nuclear something.
Nuclear Furniture
Thank you.
was the name of it. Yeah. No Way Out was the hit song off of that.
Oh, I thought it was Laying It on the Line.
No, it was that.
You know, Laying It on the Line?
84.
Laying it on the line. Laying it on the... Mickey Thomas. It doesn't matter. Seriously, if you have like a rock guitar in the background, you could give Mickey Thomas the phone book and go, just start singing names. It doesn't matter what the words are. The guy's voice is awesome.
His voice is still awesome, and he managed to get some dirt in his voice too.
He still has it.
Yeah.
The other day in the gym, on the speakers in the gym, what's that song by Kansas? Play the game tonight. And I walked by a group of people and I'm like, fucking John Elefante is my favorite. Needless to say, the look of like, you know the guy's name singing it?
Yeah, what was it, Steve? Who was the Kansas?
No, Steve Walsh was the singer before him, but John Elefante sang Play the Game
for
Tonight.
that album, that's right.
Yeah. But just the looks of, you know the guy's name? Like, what the hell's wrong with you? Oh, yeah. Elefante's voice is awesome, I think. Jane's a great song. Here's what's funny about Jane. Jane was Starship trying to sound like Toto.
That's right.
They were trying to do Hold the Line over again.
The piano part.
They even came out and said that it was basically Mickey Thomas says they were trying to do like a Hold the Line sounding song, and they wanted a singer similar to Bobby Kimball.
Yeah.
Which Bingham, by the way, loves Bobby Kimball. So they got Mickey Thomas. They do Jane. A couple of years later, no one saying a fucking word. How does Aldo Nova completely re-record Jane and call it fucking?
The beginning of the solo is the exact same too.
Yeah. What's the name of that damn
Fantasy.
song? Life is Just a Fantasy is the same damn song as Jane. It's just up in G. It's pitched up a minor third. John Elefante, Dick. That's terrible.
He's on tonight.
Yeah, Mickey Thomas I think he's better than pretty good. I think he's fantastic. Jane was a great tune. Find Your Way Back was great. And you know what's funny is remember when Marty Balin came out and sang, "Is everything all right?"
God,
hey, thanks, Tiny. I
reminds me of
appreciate
Rocky
that.
Point.
What's that?
That reminds you of Rocky Point when I was a kid.
Okay, but you remember that song? Is everything all right? Remember that
Hearts.
song, Joe? I just called to let you know.
Hearts can be.
I don't know.
Hearts can cry. But nobody, it's like people are like, who's this guy, Marty Balin? It's like, well, I don't know. He sang for Starship and had 5 hits with them that are bigger hits than this stupid song. If only you believe like I believe, baby, then I believe we can try. Oh, what a great song. Count on Me's a great song. Run, 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 run away. Fooled Around and Fell in Love, another one he sang with Elvin Bishop.
Yeah.
In lighter news, Elvin Bishop's wife and daughter was murdered.
Oh God!
Good Lord.
Recently?
Is that true?
That is true.
Oof.
But not recently. But I always do that when I play live. I'm always like, after we play a song, I'm like, in lighter news, and then drop the heaviest fucking thing. We play Sentimental Lady by Bob Welch, and I'm like, and here's a little light fact. He committed suicide. People just look around like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
I think my greatest piece of rock and roll trivia that's ironic is, Felix Pappalardi, the vocalist and bass player for Mountain.
Yeah.
He bought his wife a pistol as a present. And eventually she killed him with the fucking pistol.
That's a Marvin Gaye story, too. Bought his father a gun. Let me see that guitar. Look at that. Look at the tiger stripe on that guitar thing. Let me see. Hold that up again. That's a nice paint job.
What up?
Charbel.
Does he listen?
Oh, that's a DeMartini.
It's a
design,
copy,
isn't it?
though. His
Oh,
buddy
that's
did the
nice,
paint
yeah.
job
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
I would like it without the skull, but that's just me. But it's still cool.
That's nice.
I have a little rack of just my kind of stuff that I paint jobs and weird things. I have a Beretta special down there with a really twisted neck. I can't really sell it. They're $200 brand new anyhow.
Yeah.
So I just strung it up and I kind of keep it for myself.
Yeah, I mean, let me ask you this question. Does the twist in the neck cause any issues for you when you play it? Because I had a guy once, he asked me how he could fix his twisted neck. I played his guitar. I go, you know what? It is slightly twisted, but you can't tell, like playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I can see that
concern
twist.
is-
That's nice.
Oh, damn, yeah.
It falls down on the low east side.
Yeah, look at that.
And so you just got to keep your string height kind of high.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good one. That's a good one. Well,
Yeah,
you know what you can do
slam
too
the
is
action.
you can actually
Barry
level.
Bowman's asking if you sold the Viper.
Yes, I did.
Oh, see, I almost had a sale for you.
Innovation Viper. That thing went quick.
Marty
Yeah, you
Ballin's
can
wife
level
choked
the
to death.
frets. You can level the frets to compensate for a twist.
Hey,
in the
Ricky.
neck. So
I guess Marty Ballin's wife choked to death, or Marty Balin. I don't know how to pronounce the fucking guy's name.
what he was
Is it
married
Balin
to
or
Mama Cass?
Ballin? I don't know.
I think it's
We
Balin.
play Ichiku Park, and it's, oddly enough, here's a little light fact. Steve Marriott died in a fire. What's his name also died in a fire?
That's
Jack
Marriott?
Cassidy. Jack Cassidy.
David Cassidy.
Jack Cassidy's his father.
Yeah. Yeah, didn't he fall asleep in a chair drunk and catch on fire with the cigarette? Jack
Probably.
Cassidy. Yeah.
He had some mental issues too. Like, I think he was in therapy for being schizophrenic or something. Not 100% sure.
Didn't he used
Go to the
smack
IM.
show
Go
with
to
Young Girl?
Wikipedia and see what I wrote. Now,
Yeah, he was
looks
abused
like
by
Joe
Miss
has his.
Frank.
Looks like that '70s Strat. Is that the black one, Joe? I can't see the body. All I can see is I can see the '70s headstock on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were
Vintage
talking about
modified.
Squires
This
recently.
neck is so nice.
That Squire. If you're talking about inexpensive guitars, I think Squire makes the best.
Oh, this is
I give lessons to a student. The little girl has a Glary. It needs work.
Yeah, the
It's
Glary.
tough.
That's you
Yeah,
get
that
what you
was-
pay for and use. You got to pay for a lot of work to fix
Yeah.
it.
I mean, the mom
was
asked me if
just
it was any
internet
good. I
life.
said, it's Glary fine. I'm warning you.
Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine, Dr. Glary Fine.
Yeah. I'm warning you. That was my Glary fine joke. She said it's curbing her daughter's entertainment. I said, well, it is a Glary David.
Oh,
Are you
speaking of
coughing
Larry
over my
David,
joke.
Speaking of Larry David, I've been catching up on Fridays. Is on Tubi.
Oh, it is? I'll have to watch.
Yeah.
Friday. So the capo, John Tiny 2 is asking, a capo is here, see, if I'm playing this acoustic guitar, which I'm not, but if I am and I play a C chord and a G, right? But now you're playing keyboards and you're like, you know what? I recorded this in D flat. So if you want an acoustic guitar to play in D flat, what am I going to play this? Bar chords? No. You want this sound. You want the sound of that C chord that I played. And so I can play it on the first fret. Now, the D flat is here, which is a C shape for me, and I can play those open chords. Or say on the keyboard you wrote a song and it's in B flat, but you want it to sound like an open guitar. I would put it on the third fret and I play G, and now it's B flat to E flat. So I could go like, it's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I wanna know. I don't have much money. If I did. Whatever. You get the gist. This guy Saturday night says to us, we're like, one more song. He goes, play Elton John, your song. We're like, I said to him, there's no way in hell we're playing your song. He takes out a 20 and puts it in our tip jar. And I said, except now. We went right into it. I was like, 20, it's a $20 song.
Hey, you want to treat us like a jukebox? Treat us.
Yeah,
like
it's a guitar thing, Tiny, because the guitar is really like a sharp instrument, especially the acoustic, because on the acoustic guitar, if you want to, it's mainly like the chords that are open will play mainly in sharp keys, but most piano players play in flat keys. So anytime you see like guys like Elton John or any piano song, you'll see the guitar play a capoed on 3, especially like. Just yesterday morning. Speaking of uplifting songs, that's about a girl that died in a plane crash.
I always thought it was about a suicide. Seriously.
No.
We'll follow that up with the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Really have a
yeah.
The rectum of Edmund Fitzgerald.
I love Edmund Fitzgerald.
I love that.
No, it's the song. Yeah. You know what it is, right?
Yeah.
You like to gamble, Cosmo? Oh, I've been watching Seinfeld every night on Netflix. So good. Tim Watley won the Super Bowl. The one when George, the roommate, looked just like George.
Oh,
that's a great one. Oh yeah, Shannon is gone. Henry Gross did Shannon. In fact, there was I think I talked about this once before. I went to a NAMM show one year, and there was some string company. They like made handmade strings, which is a nonsense thing. And I was like, "Oh, really?" And he had like a list of names, and it literally looked like some guy just sat and typed all his buddies' names out, and was hoping that nobody knew who anybody was. And one of the big names on it was Henry Gross. And I said, the only name I recognize here is the guy who did Shannon. And he's like, yeah, he uses our strings. Uses your strings? What, to hang himself? The guy hasn't had a song since 1976.
God. That's brutal.
No. Tim Watley is the dentist.
Anti-dentite.
Yep.
No, if you play an E-flat major 9, I can just play it like this. Well, I'm out of tune with the capo, but so I would play it differently because I'm tuned with a capo. I would basically play a C major 9 pitched up from the 3rd fret. So yeah, that's how that works. Which I love that. Or I could even play here.
With Seinfeld, when he comes from the dentist and they think he's like special needs because he's wearing the jumping sneakers and
the velvet fog.
I let the expletive fly.
Oh yeah, let the expletive. Oh, it's so great.
And what was that? Mel Torme?
Yeah, Mel Torme, the velvet fog.
Fucking epic.
When he's like, "Oh, you live alone? That's very good."
That's right. I live alone.
They hit some strong things on that show.
Yeah, you couldn't get away with that episode nowadays.
No, couldn't get away with a lot of the episodes they did. Yeah, they're killing comedy.
Yep.
It's the green. Sorry, guys. I'm doing tonight a flavor, the salted caramel power crunch. You can't even
Can't
see
see
that.
it. It's glaring.
Oh, there's no nuts in that?
There we
Here
go.
we go. No nuts. Let me see. How can I get it so you can see it? There we go.
There you go.
Salted caramel power crunch. No nuts. Just peanuts, cashews, and almonds. No, I'm just kidding.
I like the pure protein salted caramel, but I think there's nuts in that.
Johnny, that is a great one. Exactly.
Oh,
That's right, Tiny.
That's awesome.
What's that?
With the kids, where he's doing karate with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
But then one of the ones I love is the one where, this girl thinks that George is, he's bad. And Elaine's like, no, Elaine, tell her I'm bad. Tell her I'm bad. And then at the end, it ends with Elaine and the father squaring off.
He's got the orthopedic thing on the back of his seat.
Head.
He's got the orthopedic thing in the seat.
Yeah,
That's my favorite.
So you think you can take me? Oh, what? No, what does he say? Right before they charge
You want a
each
piece
other.
of me?
You want a piece of me?
Unreal.
What am I gonna do with all this paella?
She just passed away not too long ago.
Yeah, like a month or two.
Well, she was like 93, so it's not like she.
All those guys are gone. Uncle Leo.
Yep. First
Jack
time I saw
Wampus.
Uncle Leo was on All in the Family. Played one of the workers down at Archie Bunker's place.
Yeah.
Jack Klompus is in Broadway Danny Rose.
Oh, but Uncle Leo used to play in Indian
Woody Allen
on
movie.
F Troop.
Who did?
Uncle
Uncle
Leo,
Leo?
he used to play an Indian on F Troop. I'm sure you saw him when I did as a kid. Yeah,
Oh my God, that I'm tapping into my memory on that now.
look
Barney
it up.
Martin
You'll
was-
notice. Yeah,
Yeah.
Barney Martin was on an episode of Car 54. Where are you?
go ahead,
Yeah.
take the pen. Take
The one
the
that
pen.
plays Jerry's father. Yeah. He was also in Arthur. Played
Who?
Liza Minnelli's father. The one that played
Calculated.
Barney. The one that played Seinfeld's father.
Oh, Barney Martin.
Yep.
One question, Dave.
Yeah.
Was my father wearing a cape?
They couldn't say hello. Jerry, Elaine, I can understand, but Jerry.
The weird, that show. The one of the best things about that show is the background characters sometimes outshined everybody.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. I that show, the Cape one's a great one.
Seinfeld 4.
Wait, is the Cape one the Donna Chang episode?
Yes.
Fantastic. When she's, what did she say? And Jerry's like, wait, did you just say? She replaces an L with an R.
Yeah.
I forget the word.
Thanks, man.
Dane,
Okay.
you're still getting. Oh, you still have customers. That's excellent.
Dane. See you, man. Yeah. There we
What's
go.
the guitar behind you on that wall? I've never seen that
I've been
one
looking
before,
at
I
that
don't think.
too.
This thing up here, it's a BC
Yeah.
Rich Platinum Series.
That's
Well,
nice.
there's no one from F Troop still alive. James Hampton just died in April of 2021.
That's a good looking guitar. Let me see the. Can I see the bridge?
That is nice.
Is it a Floyd or is it a?
That's a Floyd.
Floyd
Oh,
license.
it's a licensed.
Yeah.
I haven't cleaned it or restrung it or anything yet.
Yeah, it looks good. I like the reverse headstock on it.
I bought this thing the other day.
All right, we get to see guitars. Looks like a Schecter. Oh, it's a PRS SE.
Yeah, it's South Korea SE. But it's got the little F hole, right? You guys probably can't hear me.
Yeah, we hear you.
We hear you.
Okay.
What about, can I see is it a world manufacturing one?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fantastic.
I don't like the F holes like that.
I had
No,
a
but
customer
world-
in here. There was a guy in here yesterday, and he goes, I hate the look of that guitar because of that F hole. It looks like an old violin. I don't want something to look like an old violin. I want something to look rock and roll.
Well, I like it on the the 335 style, but that's it.
Yeah.
I think it looks good on that guitar. I have no problem with it. It doesn't do anything. It just looks cool.
And that's what I mean. It doesn't do anything.
No, but it's just
Well,
it's
it's weight relief.
Yeah, maybe.
Chambered probably
Yeah.
all the way, around in here. So
The Harley Benton I have is a knockoff of that. The
yeah.
CST HB, yeah.
What about the Barbie Benton? Been playing my Charbel Warren DiMartini custom shop. I love it. Okay. Yeah, I think it's a nice looking guitar. That'd be nice to play. And it's made by World. World makes great guitars.
and I think it's only about seven. It's
Really? So it's
7
light?
neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a nice guitar. Let's start the bidding. Who wants in? And it's got the birds. What do they call those birds? The 30. What anniversary is it? And then they kept them on everything.
They call these birds bird inlays.
Oh yeah. No, but originally it came on like one of the anniversary models, and then they were like, "Fuck it, it sells too good. We'll put it on everything." Yeah, I think it looks good. I noticed
Ricky
you sell
says-
a lot of Ernie Ball strings.
I do.
You're an Ernie Ball guy, huh? I see you got DR. I'm trying to see what the things is in the orange, but those could be more Ernie Balls.
That's more Ernie
There's
Balls.
such
I
a
think.
variety of Ernie Ball strings now.
We have many brands of strings. We have Ernie Ball, Ernie Ball.
And Ernie Ball.
So I don't know if you guys can see this, but here we
No,
go.
I
We're
like
gonna
the
give
Ernie
it a
Balls.
try.
I don't use them.
So we
What do you
have.
use?
I used it years ago,
Dario.
but it's like,
So we have zippy 7-gauge strings. We have the reinforced 8-string gauge. We have the extra slinky 8 through 38s. We have the hyper slinky 8 through 42.
Uh-huh.
We have super slinky that everybody knows in the pink
9
cap,
through 42.
9 through 42. We have primo slinkies 9.5 through 44. So this is right in the middle between the 10s, 9s,
Right.
and the 10s. And then we've got turbos at 9.5 through 46. So just a little heavier on the lower strings.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got your regular slinkies at 10
10.
through 46. And then you have ultra slinkies that are 10 through 48. Then you have heavy bottom, slinky top, heavy bottom that are 10 through 52s. And then mega slinky, 10.5 through 48.
I'm trying to see the guitars on the wall.
The BC Riches on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mockingbird.
And then we've got skinny top, heavy bottom, 10 through 54s. So if you're a step down or even a half step down and you want to drop D and you want to do a lot of chugging, right?
Yeah. That's something a dude would never say outside of a music store. Give me the skinny top, heavy bottom.
Mondo Slinky,
Yeah.
10.5 through 52.
Hey now.
And then you've got your power slinkies, which are 11 through 48. And this is, everybody's like, oh, this was what Stevie Ray Vaughan played. And then
I
on
thought he
and
played a
on.
guitar.
You know,
I saw that one coming.
I don't understand that. Play what feels good to you, not what someone else played and feel good to them.
Right.
Yeah, play what feels good to you.
Wear what you dig. That's what I always say.
And with the amount of variety
That's
that
from
they
Boogie
have,
Nights.
it doesn't hurt anything for, $5.47 a pack to just experiment with them. And usually when I restring guitars, if it's a Fender scale, I'll put 9s on there. If it's a Gibson scale, I'll put 10s on there. But once in a while, I'll do a Gibson scale, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try the middle one. I'm going to try the Primo 9.5 through 44, just so it feels very, what I'm saying? It feels slinky.
Yeah.
I put 10 through 46 on everything, Fender scale and Gibson scale.
The best was a year ago.
Yes, Hannah Bomb.
On Instagram, I tagged the Ernie Ball Slinkies because I was using half of one set and the other half of another one, and they replied going, we make that as a set. I was like, oh, okay.
So this is the reinforced one. So right around the ball end where they wrap it through the ball, they have these reinforced ones where they put extra winding to hold the ball on there really nice and tight. And it runs for about a half an inch or so. So if you have a Floyd Rose guitar where your little blocks are starting to kind of malfunction, and a lot of times your strings will fly out of there, you get the reinforced ones, you cut just the ball off, and then you stick that area down in your little Floyd block so that you got a little bit more meat on that string, and it'll tighten that up a little bit in your Floyd, and it'll hold that in there tighter. So that's basically what those reinforced ones are good for. So it's old Floyd Roses where, you should probably get those new blocks that fit in there.
Yeah. I like, personally, I use 9 to 42 on almost everything. There is a telly I have that I put 9 to 46 on. I do like that gauge. In fact, I was thinking about the other day that I may switch everything to 9 to 46 because I like that gauge a lot. And then on Gibson scale, I put 10 to 46. And on acoustics, I play 12s on small bodies and 13s on dreadnoughts. So, and they had to move, whatever, but they make the acoustic sounds good. But yeah, I like 9 to 46 is a very underrated gauge. It feels good.
Mm-hmm.
It does. It feels good.
Mm-hmm.
But I use D'Addario. I'm a D'Addario guy.
Same here.
There was a time back in the 80s I was using Dean Markley's, and I switched to D'Addario and never went back in the 80s. I think 89 or 90.
I used to use Ernie Balls
Hey, Andy.
in the 80s, and I switched to D'Addario and never went back. I never broke a string with D'Addarios. Only a couple times, and there was some extenuating circumstances.
Including scissors and wire cutters.
Oh, so someone had spilled the booze on my gig bag or whatever, and I tried to dry it up as much, and I threw my Kotzen guitar in, and I thought I'd dry it, but next day the strings just rusted on me, and it's like, so I go, well, hey, it's not rusty on the string, it's like on this, so I just played them for a while and they broke, but.
Yeah, I can't even remember what I put on my basses. I think I used 45 to 105.
Yeah, I can't remember what I have on my bass either.
I mean, I have the replacement
105.
strings in my I have a drawer of strings, but I just don't remember what it is.
See, I realize, tensions are different on the Gibson scale and Fender scale, but it doesn't bother me. I like that fight on the Fender of having the 10s and, on a Gibson
Thank
scale.
you, Charlie, yes. I'm on a roll. What is this? Someone messaging me on Facebook? No.
GHS boomers go dead in 2 days. Well, I remember the short time I used those, a few packs, I break the friggin' strings all the time. I don't know what it was with GHS boomers.
Worst strings I've ever used with GHS boomers. Yeah. Well, Dean Markley back in the day used to go dead really fast, but I would say they lasted a week and they were the best sounding strings for that week. That's a true story. When I switched to D'Addario, I thought that the Dean Markleys were better sounding the day I put them on for the first week. And I thought the D'Addario was just not as good, but lasted that sound for months. And I was like, oh, it doesn't make any sense. I'd just rather have these. And now I wouldn't know because the D'Addario has changed and I play the NYXLs, whatever the hell they send me. It's good. I like them. I say. It's good stuff. I hate changing strings. I have a guitar. I have 3 guitars of a buddy of mine. He messaged me. First of all, he tells me no rush. So I'm like, all right, I'm not going to rush. I'm going to smoke cigars all week and sit on my ass. Then he messaged me yesterday. Are you coming with the guitars tonight? I'm like, what? No, I haven't even opened up a case yet. I'm like, I'll get to them. It'll take me an hour on each one, if that. But, it's just, I'll probably do it on Thursday. Exactly, Elroy. That's exactly right. Now, do you play bass too, Zane? Zane. I keep saying Zane. Dane.
That's all right. Yeah. Yes, I do. I'm a bass player in the band that I'm in.
Oh, okay.
And I could take any kind of bass. I've played it like the Whiskey A Go-Go on a Squire bass. It doesn't really matter to me.
I
do
feel
like
the same way about guitars.
Gauge strings. I like 45 gauge strings, and that's important to me. But the bass playing is definitely the easiest part of being in the band. You got the easiest gig, really. I could never be a drummer. Guitar playing, it would be fun to be the guitar player, but as a bass player, it's just like, it's so easy. It's a walk in the park.
I played in a funk band.
I can play any kind of bass.
I used to play bass in a funk band, and I didn't think it was so easy. And it was a schwitz, because every song I'm like it was a lot of acid jazz, so it's like funky and jazz, and so I'm like, like playing songs like Street Life by the Crusaders, and it's just memorizing all this stuff. But I will say, I have 5 different basses, 4 different basses. No, I have 5 basses, and one's a 5-string. But it really, when you play in all those gigs, man, you really start to become, as a guitar player, I really have a preference for how the bass should feel. And I love the Ernie Ball Music Man basses. I mean, I think those, the Stingray, or the, what do I have? I have a Sterling USA, and it's friggin' awesome. Thin neck. It's just so easy to play that style of music. Obviously, if I'm playing like metal or rock, you don't need, you could play something with a bigger neck, and but when you have to run around so much, like playing like walking lines and we are slapping some notes, and it becomes, it
becomes challenging.
Yeah.
Fortunately, in my band, we're like an 80s hair metal throwback kind of thing. And so the bass, a lot of times you're just chugging on an E note to get you up through the verses. And so it's an easy gig. And I've played at the Whiskey A Go-Go. I've taken a Squire bass to the Whiskey because it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, Squire basses play decent.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So, as long as I got a good.
What are you playing? Running with the Devil? Boom. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom.
And there's been a lot of times where I would take a different bass to like every gig, and then I'd get used to a certain bass. And the one bass that I used to play all the time, about 10 years ago, I played a Squire, the Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy. He had a single,
I remember it.
Single pickup, single volume, Squire bass. It was red. It had a real pretty little heart kind of thing at the 12th fret. And I would take that thing everywhere. And then I started messing around playing other basses. And then one day my girlfriend's like, you should take the red bass that you always played. And I put that thing over my head and started playing it. And I was like, I felt like I came home. I'm like, oh, okay, this is it.
Yeah. Janice is asking, what's the lightest weight electric guitar? Is it the Parker Fly?
Those are pretty darn light.
Probably a Steinberger.
Well, yeah, that's a.
Jan says a PRS Hollow Body 2 is the lightest one he has. The latest one I have is a Les Paul because all my other guitars are made of concrete. I'm kidding.
I had a PVT 40 bass in here that I sold last week. And it weighed in. I have a fish fish scale that I weigh guitars on.
Guessing it was heavy.
And it weighed in an OPV T40 from the 1970s, you know, the big old swamp ash thing, giant bass, like a log, seriously a log. And it weighed in at 11 pounds, 13 ounces.
That's heavy.
That's a pain in the ass.
Pain in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like light guitar. To me, it doesn't matter. Like certain guitars, I like to feel light. Certain ones, I like heavy. It depends on, I don't know, my mood, what I feel like.
That's
my
why
G&L's pretty heavy, but like my Fender, actually my G&L ASAT Classic is heavy, and my Fender B-Bender's a fucking boat. And then I have a G&L ASAT that's super light. But I think I like playing the heavy one better.
Yeah, I was thinking if I ever end up playing out again, I may just get a headless guitar. They had one of those nice balanced ones that you could just let go and it just stay. It's like not even existent there.
I just like going playing acoustic gigs. That's so nice. You play, you get a little folksy, strum a couple of tunes, throw some peanuts at them, and before you know it, you're in Chicago before the morning. Not me. I'm not drinking any beers.
No, I was thinking of when McLean and Die Hard, he said, "Hey, come on,
come to the Coles. We'll have a few drinks.
Have a few drinks, yeah."
Yeah. Are you guys watching? And I don't want to do any giveaway here. Don't talk about the show. But are you guys watching Better Call Saul at all?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, that takes that conversation to a halt.
I never even saw that original show.
I think I told you. What I did with Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul is I never watched the series. I just ended up watching all the highlight clips on YouTube, and I kind of get the whole story that way.
I have no interest.
Yeah, Tiny. It's a Tommy Boy reference. In the movie Tommy Boy goes, "Here, we'll throw some peanuts at him. We'll be in Chicago before you know it." But yeah, anyways, the finale's tonight. Ooh, look at this. A Steinberg.
Season
it's a
finale
copy.
or series finale?
It's a
It's
spirit.
copy?
Oh, that's nice.
It's
the Hohner copy.
Okay, I remember the Hohner copies.
Yeah.
God, that's probably like a 1984, maybe 1985. I remember when those used to be hanging on the wall at Luca Music. Your mic's off.
Muted?
Yeah, these are hard to hang on the wall.
Oh, geez, mute it, please.
Nice.
Yeah,
when I see that guitar, I always think Geddy Lee.
The double ball system, so you have the ball on both ends.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, these tuners, they're very hard to tune. But these tuners on this guitar, they work really good. A lot of times you'll have to take a Phillips screwdriver and stick in there. But I can actually... Oh, come on now. Don't make a liar out of me. Oh, there it goes. Yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
Tune these. Yeah, I can actually tune these.
Do you remember that headless bass they used to advertise in guitar magazines? I think Hondo made it. It was this long-ass neck. It must have been like 27 frets. And the body itself, the tuning pegs at the end, it was hollowed out. And the tuning pegs were in the hollowed out spot. I can't remember what it was called.
There's a bass similar to this, and it's called the Kramer Duke. And the strings come off a bridge, and there's kind of around and you can see each string.
Oh, yeah.
Like
horrible
this.
Design. Looks like
I know, but they worked.
Whoever designed that looks like they took a Duke.
And there was a night where I had a gig and we played a couple of sets, and I took that Kramer Duke and I played the whole first set on that stupid bass. And then I put my P bass on for the next set, and there again, I was like, "Oh, I've come home." I don't have to concentrate. You can watch football on the TV monitors while you're playing your show.
P bass is just classic. I was always more of a fan of the jazz bass, but P basses are fine.
I don't. I've had this thing forever. I don't know if anybody, and nobody's even interested. For one thing, to try to get the strings is hard to find strings.
Yeah.
But nobody seems interested in this thing whatsoever. I can't sell this thing. I'll probably take this thing to my grave. It
Yeah,
is in
why
good
bother?
condition.
What is that worth?
It's probably in the 400 neighborhood.
I like that.
You're
Got a
selling
little
it
dent
for
right
100?
here.
It looks like we may have a sale here.
If I had the
Yeah,
money.
here we go.
I was going to do my
My next piece of gear won't be until it's cold again, because last month's electricity bill was $360.
from the sale of the century with Jim Perry. What if I throw in one of these $100 bills? Ooh, no sale, no sale, no sale.
Okay. One more that looks like this. Do you guys mind if I keep showing you stuff?
No, we
I love
enjoy
it.
it.
Not at all.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Ricky Compton, I disagree. I thought the last episode was the first great episode, and I'm looking forward to tonight's. Other than that, I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, Carol Burnett was on this season. Yeah.
I found that Hondo bass I was talking about. It was called the Hondo Flash and had 31 frets.
And it sounds great with a gorilla amp.
A crank.
Okay,
Hondo.
I'm going to put it in the chat. The Hondo Flash bass.
Well, it's the same damn bass. No, this one's a little slightly different.
Arbor.
Yeah.
Happy Arbor
And is
Day,
it-
Charlie.
And is
Brown.
it made of graphite or is it at least made from a tree?
It's a tree.
All right, well, it says
This
arbor.
one's a set neck
Yeah.
where the other one was a bolt-on. But it's more or less the same style of bridge.
Yeah.
The double ball strings. Yeah.
Well,
Made
kind of,
under
I think
license.
keyboards, the mechanisms don't last as long, so there's wear and tear. I mean, sometimes like the Fender Rhodes stuff, those hold its value and go up, but like most keyboards, they end up having problems after a few years, especially with the way things are being made now. Arbor, what does it say underneath that? Tuner licensed by Steinberger Sound. Interesting. And let me see the bridge on that. Wow. Wow. Not a handsome bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, that G string looks a little squirrely there, the angle.
Yeah, and if you were putting together a In Excess tribute band and you showed up with one of these things as the bass player, right?
Did he play one in excess?
Yeah.
Oh, you might be the only person to know that.
Yeah, I know. I knew the guitar player played a telly, but that's about it.
I couldn't tell you what anybody in that band played. Whoops, someone's feeding back.
That was me. Sorry.
Yeah, and again, this is something that I've probably had for at least 2 or 3 years now.
Now, what did you say was on Tubi? I'm sorry, just real quick. Was that
Fridays?
Fridays. And then, what are you watching Hawaii 5-0 on, Joe?
Oh, Pluto every night.
Pluto.
I started a movie on Tubi this weekend that I just couldn't finish. Shark Side of the Moon.
Oh, I just saw it.
I got halfway through. I'll eventually have to finish it because of my OCD. But holy shit, I like a bad movie that's so bad it's good. But then there's a movie that's so bad it's stupid. I can't.
Just
Every time I try
put
to
on Sharknado.
When I explore on Tubi, I open the app, it shows up, and I'm like, ooh, let me see what's there. And then I see that trench coat. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just watch Columbo. And that's what I end up doing.
You can't go wrong.
No.
Either that or Maud.
A ball game. Here's a great trivia for you. In the episode with Shatner, when he goes, a ball game, the cop at the scene of the crime who talks to Columbo and tells him what he thinks happened is fucking Chekhov.
Oh, really?
Oh man,
Is that unbelievable?
and
Now
that's
there's
post Star Trek.
oh yeah, so there's an interview with what's the guy's name who's Chekhov?
Oh,
Not. I'm thinking the other one.
oh,
Walter Koenig.
yeah.
There's an interview with Walter Koenig on YouTube where they talk about the Columbo, and he talks about how the scene went down and how everything. And then he talks about he's like, "Oh, did you talk to Bill at all? You know, Bill Shatner." And he's like, "No, we were sitting together, but I didn't want to say anything to him. I don't even think he would remember my name."
Oh man,
He was ranting about a ball game.
Ball game.
I watched the 2 episodes of Hawaii Five-O the other night. The main guy on the first episode was Ricardo Montalban, and then I sent you the picture of Shatner from the next episode.
Yeah.
Oh, so Shatner was on Hawaii Five-O.
You can't go wrong with 70s cop shows. They're just
No.
all so good.
And they're
yeah.
so well written. They're
Oh,
so
it's
well
San Francisco.
fucking written.
Yeah, they're
And
great.
back then, the production, every episode was like a movie.
Yeah, it's
The Rockford
fantastic.
It's just amazing.
Rockford
The
Files
Rockford
was awesome.
Files, right?
Oh, yeah.
Great
Greatest
show.
Rockford Files thing was when the nitrous tank gets cut open in his car, and he just gets high off the nitrous gas, and he's driving down the road. Hey,
Kojak's another great one.
Yeah.
who loves you, baby?
What was his brother's name on it?
Stavros.
Stavros.
Yeah.
Stavros. Oh,
Man, I pulled that out of my ass. I haven't seen Kojak since I was a
Shane
kid.
Fortier. Absolutely. I don't even watch the second run. I only watched the first 7 seasons. I think the last episode of the original series stinks too. It's the one with the Irish guy, and it's about the smuggling of guns. That one I didn't like either. But for the most
What show
part,
was it?
Columbo.
Oh,
I forget what it's called. It's season 7, episode 4 of Columbo.
The last
It's,
episode I watched. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just trying to think of the name of the episode, but I won't be able to pull it off.
The last episode I watched of Hawaii Five-O last night, one of the supporting cast was, I forget the guy's name, the actor that played Starbuck and Face on A-Team.
oh,
And he
Hatch,
was
Richard Hatch.
Richard Hatch. No, Richard
and
Hatch
also
is the other
Battlestar
guy.
Galactica.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah, Richard Hatch is the guy that he was Apollo?
Yeah.
He died. No, Starbuck's the other guy.
Oh.
But the episode is
Why
about
do I not remember?
the big bomb is that someone is out there giving people syphilis, and they're saying it like, and nowadays you're like, that's it. You wake up in the morning and the bird sings, you get syphilis in this fucking world.
Dirk Benedict. That's it.
Dirk Benedict, yeah.
Unreal.
Man.
How is it I remembered Richard Hatch and not Dirk Benedict? Jesus. I mean, Hatch
Well,
didn't
Dirk
do anything
Diggler.
after. Dirk Diggler.
Hatch didn't do anything after what?
After
Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar, not that I remember. Not anything worth noting.
He was huge for a while.
Hatch? Richard Hatch? I don't remember.
Yeah,
him.
I mean,
remember
in the
Dirk
early
Benedict.
80s, late 70s.
Oh, Dirk Benedict was in.
Who's Dirk
He was the
Benedict?
He
The guy who
played
played,
Face,
Star-
and he played Starbuck on the original
Starbuck
Battlestar
and-
Galactica.
Yeah, but what else was he in?
He was in that
That
movie.
episode of Hawaii Five-O I just
Oh,
mentioned.
there you go. Was he in anything else?
I'll say it again. That movie where he turned into a snake.
So you're knocking Richard Hatch, who's in a million shows.
I gotta look this up. Yeah. Let's see. Richard Hatch was
Richard
in,
Hatch was in The Hustler of Venice Beach, the one that Tim Kimber was on. Remember Tim Kimber when he came on the show?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, I want to see that bass. What do you got there? That's
He's
a
got
nice
it.
one.
It looks like a Mustang. No, it's it's a P-Bass. Looks small.
I like that. Greco.
Greco.
Yeah, made in Japan, 1970s.
Let me see that neck. That neck looks really. Oh no, it looks fat there. Let me see the by the nut. Is it thin by the nut? Yeah, that looks like a.
No, it feels like standard P bass
It
sort
does.
of
It
thing.
looks
to me.
jazz bass size.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Made in Japan.
Dirk Benedict was on the A team, says Rich.
Yeah, he played.
Yeah.
Face.
Play face on the 18th. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I looked it up. Richard Hatch was in twice as many things as far as credits, but I guess Dirk Benedict was in ones that people actually know.
Well, I think Richard Hatch was a bigger actor. Wasn't he? Was he not?
Yeah, well, he was 3 inches taller.
Thank you.
There you go.
Richard Hatch. He's still around.
No, he died, didn't he?
No, he's still around.
Oh, I thought.
Oh, no, he did die.
Oh, Richard Hatch
2017.
died?
Yeah.
It said he died 17 years after his career. Thank you. Okay, let me see what he was in.
He was in Battlestar Galactica. But
Yeah, he was in the
I'm-
remake too. He played a politician. He was pretty good in that.
he was in All My Children TV series, Room 222, Sixth Sense TV series, Young Dr. Kildare.
But he was working all the way to 2017.
Yeah.
He was in Kung Fu.
Barnaby
Barnaby
Jones, the
Jones.
Waltons, Cannon. Come on.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Once you're on
talking about
Cannon,
I was on
What?
Cannon.
once you're on Cannon, you're a celebrity. You're a celebrity. He was on the Love Boat, guys. Come on.
one
There
shot.
we go.
Well, let's look at,
1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of episodes of Love Boat. He was on MacGyver.
Oh, he was a heartthrob.
He was on Hawaii Five-0, 73 and 75. TJ Hooker, he was on.
Dirk Benedict was on Charlie's Angels, Hawaii Five-0.
This guy was on the streets of San Francisco.
Yeah, that's where he died, on the streets of San
Hey,
Francisco.
Dirk Benedict was on the Love Boat as well, twice.
Did
an
Dirk play
amazing
on Heart to
story.
Heart?
I don't know.
Well, that's what Tiny's asking.
I'm going to go run and check on Mikey. I'll be back.
Go ahead. Go do your thing.
He was on Murder, She Wrote, Walker, Texas Ranger, The Commish,
Oh, Murder, She Wrote. The Commish.
Baywatch. Yeah,
I like the
with,
Commish.
Kevin Chiklis.
Michael Chiklis.
Yeah, that's it.
Later, Janice.
Space Ninjas.
I like Starsky and Hutch. Fargus. Antonio
Yeah,
Fargus.
Antonio Fargus. Yep, Huggy Bear.
Yeah. I was thinking of the Love Boat today because when I woke up this morning, it was Dead Weight. No, it's not Dead Weight. What is the name of the Columbo episode where Robert Vaughn's the killer on the ship? Troubled Waters. Troubled Waters.
That phone call that I just was on,
Yeah.
that's what happens. Somebody calls and they're like, hey, man, you got an amplifier that you did a video about. Do you still have that amp? And I'm like, dude, that video was like 4 years ago. That thing is long gone. Look at the upload date, right? Or the published date on a YouTube video.
Hey, do you have that
before
amp you were
called.
working on that you were fixing? That was 4 years ago, dude. Hold on, let me look. Yeah, it'll be ready Tuesday.
You have that amp, the one with the knobs, the one with the knobs and that jack. Yeah, you still have that?
No, he's calling back.
Hey, thanks, Cheech.
He doesn't believe you.
He wants it.
Oh, we're doing on the air this time. Here we go. This is what I got to put up with. Zim's Guitars.
Hello?
Yeah.
You said check reverb?
Yeah. Check Reverb. They might have one of those. There's a musical instrument site and it's called Reverb.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
That was great.
Right.
I can't believe that was a phone call.
I
You
almost
said
I
lost
don't
it.
have-
I almost
I don't
lost
have-
it when he said hello.
I don't
Yeah,
answer my
hello.
phone after a certain time of the day. I don't answer my phone.
I don't know if I'm going to go live more, Cheech. It just depends. Yeah, if it gets colder out, I'd probably. But as far as live, my gigs, it just depends on my mood. My mood lately has been not to, and we'll see if that changes. I don't know.
Elroy Shredden, the new remake, Love Goat.
I don't think about it too much in
Nice.
advance because I'm not paid to think about it in advance, so I don't care. That's all. Anyways, there's a record that was out in the 60s called When You're in Love, the Whole World is Jewish. And there's a bit where this guy goes and he's like, I was in the war in the army, and before I went in, I dropped off a pair of shoes. And I'm just wondering if by some chance you still have them here. And the guy goes back and he goes, were they the brown wingtips with the leather soles? And the guy goes, yeah. He goes, they'll be ready on Tuesday. It's a classic joke. But my whole life as a little kid, my father would always say, it'll be ready Tuesday. And none of us had any fucking clue what he was talking about. He would just he would say the punchline to so many jokes from this record. And we had no idea until finally, like when it came out on CD, he was like, hey, remember that record I told you about? It's on CD. We all listened to it. It was like, then it was funny. But watching out the time, vampires in retail, they will cost. Have you seen the episode of Kolchak, the Night Stalker?
I remember that.
No, I haven't watched that show.
You never watched it?
No, I have no idea what it even is.
I watched it when I was a kid. It used to be on CBS.
Yeah, we weren't the
11:30
CBS
at
house.
night.
We were an ABC house. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I have no idea what it is. No clue, folks. Not an idea. So you have any gigs coming up for after the summer?
Yeah, we have a gig coming up at the Scottsdale Harley Davidson in October. And
where is that?
It's in Scottsdale.
No,
It's
obviously that, but where is it? What's the cross street?
Scottsdale and Frank Lloyd Wright.
Oh, okay.
And it's called Scottsdale Harley. And it's it's like noon to 2.
Isn't there like a spa? Not a spa. What do you call that? Like a resort type thing right near there?
Yeah, it's North Scottsdale, which is super high-end, trendy kind of a neighborhood.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
And,
I just can't remember. It was like
so we have a gig booked, but now I've got a PA system in my garage that I haven't taken out of my garage in probably close to 3 years. I got 18-inch bass bands. I got 212 with the horn towers. I got wedge monitors. I got a rack on wheels with the board on the top and the power amps. It's all old school stuff.
Sure.
And my singer's like, hey, dude, we'll get an extra $100 if you bring your own PA system. And I'm like, dude, I haven't taken that thing out of my garage in years. I'm tempted to take it out of my garage and just leave it there,
Wait, is he saying you get an extra $100 for the band or extra $100 each?
I would make an extra probably for the band, but he would give me the whole extra.
Yeah, I would imagine if you're bringing the PA, you get paid.
Now I got a scam likely. This is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I'll get an extra $100 to lug the PA out there. And sometimes it was, 10 years ago, it was cool to hear my PA and try to get it to sound good and dial in the band.
Oh, absolutely.
Go out and play gigs. I've always had a pickup truck because I always wanted to haul my gear around. And now I've grown tired of it. Let's just say.
Yeah. Oh, it's a pain in the ass.
It is. And as much as you like putting on good rock and roll shows and, having the 18-inch bass bends blasting and everything you can do to put on a good show, it does get a little tiring.
Yeah. I just wanted to clear some emails.
But I don't know what I'm going to do with this PA system. It's not it's not like something you can put on Craigslist and somebody's going to want it. No, everybody will say, I ain't lugging that big ass thing around.
Yeah.
What's this?
Oh, I have a PA system that I've had for about 10 years. And I've got the 18-inch bass bends. I've got the 12 towers, the 212 towers with the horns. And then I've got a rack mount power amp or a mixer on top of a couple power amps with an
guys,
EQ
give
in
me a
there,
second.
and you know.
You should have seen the system we had in the 80s. We had like this huge subwoofer that was, oh my God. And then we had the woofer, the thing. I mean, we had these two big towers. And back then, I mean, like, you know, you got these smaller systems that like you get a Yamaha system with just like, you know, the woofer, and then the pole comes out and you've got the mid and the tweeter on top.
Yeah.
Pushes more power than those big stacks we had back in the day.
I know it. Yeah. Because, you know, engineering aspect of it is they didn't really have it figured out just yet. But if they put it in a bigger enclosure with bigger, heavy, thicker wood, it made it sound better. So, you know, heavy.
Yeah, they hadn't figured out porting.
Yeah, heavy stuff. Then. And even when it comes to bass guitars, like that PVT40 bass I was talking about, in the 70s, when they made that bass, even the early 80s, they wasn't hearing all this. Oh, it's too heavy. It's too heavy. People are like, dude, this is heavy, good quality, heavy, thick, solid piece of wood.
You could drop it down the stairs and nothing would happen to it.
Yeah, and that's
what
the
stairs would break.
You would equate a good, solid piece of equipment to how heavy it is. And if it was lightweight and whatever, it was cheap, you know? So it's only really been about maybe the last 10 years or so where they really started to think about how heavy a guitar is or how heavy a piece of gear is.
Yeah. And I'm all about, I mean, like if I play out, I mean, I had a couple of years ago, I had my JVM, my Marshall JVM. I played out with that once and I couldn't even turn it up to 1 without the sound man saying too loud, too loud. It's like, hell with this. So I just played through a PV Viper. It's like, fine.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's changed a lot.
Yeah, exactly. I use powered speakers and I use a Behringer mixing board and it's a good board.
That's what I have. I have a Behringer mixing board too, and I like them. They made great boards.
Behringer makes
it's good
stuff cheap.
Yeah, their mixing boards were great. Just about everything else that they make is kind of hit or miss.
But yeah, I have like the big board. It's like
good.
It's like 12 channel. Yeah, I use the 12 channel and it's great. It's great. And then sounds good. Yeah.
It's got built-in feedback reduction already. They've got built-in preamps already. Yeah. And the built-in effects. Yeah.
It's great. It's great. And then what I do is I plug my acoustic into a hardwire reverb pedal. And I keep that reverb on long. And then when I go in, the board has a short reverb. So I have like a long and a short on it. And it sounds good. It makes the guitar sound lusher than it would be. It sounds, and that's one of the things I hate doing about the live is because when you see us live, and Krellbach, you've been to a gig, the sound is much better when you're there.
Oh, yeah.
The guitar sounds nicer. It's got like a real, and then when you hear it on with the compression of YouTube live, it sounds like crap to me. It's like, that sounds like I don't have anything on my guitar. It doesn't fill the room. I'm telling you, like on those
sounds
gigs
like you're on the back porch, basically. Yeah.
And so that brings up the argument. That brings up the argument: is social media, YouTube, TikTok, all these platforms that we're on, is that ruining music? Because all these people are exposed to horrible sounding concerts now.
Well, the problem is when I'm playing live and. You know, I'm recording with my fucking phone, and the phone actually has a pretty good mic, but it comes across over the earwaves very dry. So you hear Emily, she sounds dry, or when I'm playing with Jimmy sounds dry. But when you come see us, to me, the sound is very lush. It's like, you know, people come up to, like last Saturday, people kept coming up to us going, you guys fucking sounds beautiful out here. We're like, oh, thanks. You know, like we played, like we did in Your Eyes, and I do like, I take the bass parts and then I take the secondary. You know, we play all the parts so it sounds like the song, and people really enjoy that. Or we did Sarah Smile, but when we play all these parts, people are like, man, that sounds so gorgeous. And when I go watch the videos of me playing it, to me, it sounds like shit. And so when, guys like Cheech, when you say, hey, am I going to go live? I don't really like going live because you're not really getting the sound that the experience these people are getting. Now, if there's a way I could somehow get that experience, now I could probably bring out a laptop. Now, this is how insane I would have to do this. I'd have to bring out a laptop, do a cam system that way, go live that way, and then from the mixing board, go in direct somehow into the sound. Again, a pain
into
in the
an
balls.
interface. Yeah, from the mixing board to an interface.
I don't even know if I would need an interface because it's got a USB. That board has a USB out.
It all depends how good that USB is. Then that's
yeah. Well, I mean, it depends on how good. But again, it's like that's what you're fighting. So it's like when you come see us play, it's an experience. It sounds better. Now, Rich in the chat, he's come out to a couple of shows that I played and probably can attest that when you hear it in person, it's like it fills the room. It's nice. When you hear it on YouTube, it fills the toilet with feces.
Flush.
With feces, folks. And folks, how are the guns looking these days? They're getting there, aren't they? Getting there. I did chess today. So, real quickly, while he's looking at his phone, I had a couple of great cigars this week. Did you guys like my cigar show I did? I did a cigar show where I talked about my top 5 for the week.
Yeah, that was good.
I smoked a couple this week that one would have made made that list. It was that good. And just waiting for your thumb, Joe. Just let me know when you're ready. Okay. And what one would have made the list. And then I'm gonna do a video, I think next week. Oh, sorry. No, what's today? Monday? It's this week already. Sometime this week, maybe Wednesday, I'm gonna do 5 cigars that I fucking hate that you should avoid. That you
watch
should
it turn
avoid.
green.
That you should avoid like the plague. And unfortunately, I know some of you guys who are cigars,
the Bill
cigar
Clinton
smokers are going to like cigars that I don't like. But I do not like aged tobacco. It just bothers me. It tastes like I'm smoking an old man stinky shoe. It's awful. I hate that aged tobacco. And so this week, last Tuesday, at the See You Next Tuesday crew, which is going to be filmed live. That's going to be a live show. I still have to find somebody to film it, but that's going to be a live show on Tuesday nights called the See You Next Tuesday crew. And one of the guys was like, oh, you like Cameroon cigars? You got to try this cigar. So I bought it. I'm like, I'll buy it. I'll smoke it tomorrow. Oh, my God, it made me sick. It didn't make me sick in the sense of I was overly tobaccoed. It made me sick that I was smoking something that I just did not like the flavor of. That I was like, as I'm smoking, I'm like, am I almost done with this thing? Can I put this thing out? Like, finally, I was like, I don't need to keep smoking. I hated it. So, and Joe, do you smoke cigars?
No, I haven't had one since 1990.
You seem like a gentleman who would smoke cigars. It's great to calm the nerves.
I used to go to a Don Diego all the time.
Yeah, it calms the nerves. It's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, Greg. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you're going to think some of them are shitty, but they're just things that I loathe. Just cigars that I smoke.
Billy
and
Butts.
I'm trying to think if I can even think of one other than this one here in my head. Oh,
Cherry
yeah. There's just some cigars that I do not like, and some. Like I'm just going to say one of the brands. I'm not going to tell you which one it is. The Undercrown. There's one of the cigars from Undercrown I absolutely love. And then one, I was like, I would not finish it. It was the worst cigar. Terrible. That will be discussed. That Underground cigar. But yeah. So we'll talk about that. And then I'd like to see Joe smoking cigars. He looks like a cigar smoker to me. Could you see one hanging out of his mouth, a big fatty?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, that'd be great.
Been a while.
I wonder if there's any research out there that actually shows us what the Bill Clinton favorite cigar was.
Yeah.
Was it Monica Lewinsky's favorite?
The flavored one.
What was Monica's cigar?
What ring size?
But you know, they do have studies though where they talk about cigar smoke does reduce stress, and stress is like one of the biggest killer of men. The so was also David Berkowitz. Thank you. No, I'm kidding. Exactly, John. That's all we try to do is trigger people. But yeah. Oh yes, Jan. Oh wait, Jan. Let me try to think if there's a way I could film the two of us smoking and do a show with it. I will talk, Jan. I'll reach out to you tomorrow. That's a great idea. Jan and I were going to have a cigar. Jan, you got to come up some night for the Tuesday night smoke. You only have to go as north as Rhode Island.
Now he's in Delaware, right?
Jersey. Yeah, 5 hours. Probably 5 hours.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna put a picture in the private chat. I bet I can see you having this on the wall.
he's in Fort Lee. Me having it on the wall?
Yeah, it's for sale on Amazon. Cigar Knowledge, cigar sizes, shapes, and colors guide.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Look at that one. What's the one twisted like a dog poop though?
Oh yeah, what is that called? That's a
Cobra?
Cobra?
That's called the turd.
No,
no. I think it's
a
I can't think
Culebra.
of it.
Culebra.
Yeah. Perfecto. Torpedo.
Corona Grande. There's another one. There's a.
Yeah, I don't see Bellicoso anywhere.
I don't see a double Corona. I think it's under a different name. I think the Corona Grande.
Yeah. But anyways, I could see Joe smoking cigars. I could just see that. Oh, somebody's messaging me.
The hell's that?
That's Ryan from the Midwest messaging me on Facebook.
What's a good cigar? What would I get? What would you recommend for me?
To try?
Yeah,
First time smoking?
first time since 1990. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's kind of like me last year. It was like since 2000.
So the question is, would you like a light smoke or a heavier smoke? I would either say the Perdomo Champagne in the Gordo. In the Gordo. I would say the Kentucky from Alec and Bradley. Now, all right, now Ryan's going crazy.
Now, what
And
size
they're
is the
custom-
Gordo? How long is the Gordo?
It's a 6x60 usually.
6
Now,
by
where
60.
do you order them from?
I get them from I like Famous Smoke. That's who I like. But like
I've
some
got
of
a
them, if you've
catalog.
never ordered one before, they'll do free shipping on your first order. That would be Philly, John Taylor. This is how you roll a blunt. This is how you roll a blunt. To me, yeah, I would think a smoke for you, the Kentucky would be a good one. That's like really good tasting.
Every time I hear Fort Lee, I think of Rosanna Dana.
Why?
It's the Richard Fatter from Fort Lee, New Jersey.
The Macanudos, though, I don't like the flavors of those. I haven't found a Macanudo I like. The Macanudo also, it comes in many different kinds. I mean, a Connecticut wrapper is what he would want. That's going to be light.
How about the H. Upman? The sun-grown.
Those are nice.
Short Churchill.
Even the fatty in that one. What's the big one called? The Grande? Is it the Grande? What is that called?
I know I ended up getting the torpedoes.
Let's see. Hold on. We'll find Joe something.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell these are. Loathsome hog. Now they're just insulting me.
Yeah. Perdomo, Champagne. Here we go.
Yeah, I still
Boom.
have that Perdomo champagne. I still haven't smoked that yet.
Shop now.
Let's see what I got.
Why are these so cheap? Wait, why is this page not loading? Here we go. 6x54. This is they're called the Super Toro or the Gordo. They only have them in 5-packs or 25 or 25. They don't have those singles.
Put a link in the chat. Let me see what it is.
Link in the chat. Boom. Let me see what Ryan is yapping about.
Perdomo Reserve 10th anniversary champagne.
Yep.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah.
6 cigar champagne. It's $50.
Yeah.
What size are those? Those are the Gordos?
They're the Gordos. They're the big ones. But I think you can get like free shipping. You can get. They'll give you a big discount if you do other things. If you put your email address in, they do all kinds of stuff, especially in your first order.
I still haven't smoked any of the Leafs yet. Yeah, you're the only one that smoked one.
What's
Dave.
that?
The Leafs.
Oh, I love
that
the
got.
Leaf.
Yeah.
That's a great cigar.
The one I gave you was.
But hold on, let me see if I can find him a cheaper version of this. Let me see what Famous sells it for. What's Famous to me is my go-to. I like Famous smoke. All right, Perdomo champagne. What's it called? The nope. No.
I've always wanted a pipe.
Oh, the pipes are great.
Get a pipe like Dr. Van Nostrand.
Wait, how much is the this doesn't make any sense. What is the Gordo called? Is it called the Magnum?
Gordo.
Magnum.
Yeah,
Rib
6 by
for her pleasure.
Oh, that's a 6x50. That's not what you want. You want 60. Robusto, Torpedo, Magnum, Tubo.
Why don't you just have him get the Robusto?
Here we go. This is what I would have him get. All right, Joe, you ready for this?
Go ahead.
You all ready for this?
In the chat. That's you. 5 cigar sampler.
Smooth like butter golf sampler.
See the champagnes in there? Yeah, those are 5 cigars you can try. That'd be smooth and cheap. The Opus X. Yeah, and you know what I had the other day that I loved was the Oliva V Milanio in the 60. And it was outstanding. Really great. That made me happy.
Oh, there's a Hoyo de Monterrey in there too.
Yeah.
That long Corona or Churchill, whatever that is.
Yeah. I like Famous. Famous is good. All right, so it looks like Ryan is trying to pick between two guitars. The 63 Faded Blue Sonic Blues Journeyman Strat or the 1960 Journeyman Strat aged.
Do we got pictures or no?
Hold on. I guess let me see if I can save the. How do I do this in picture? All right, here we go. Let's try this. Share. Screen. Window. Chrome. Facebook. Okay. You guys see this?
There it is.
Yep.
Okay, so that's Ryan is thinking of either getting this or this.
See the other one for a second.
I thought it was the same guitar.
No, this one's Sonic
what-
Blue.
I like the blue
Yeah.
one.
This is blue. This one's white.
Yeah, I like the blue too. I don't like that gold pickguard.
Or is that mint green? Pickguard's mint green, maybe.
No, that's not.
Yeah, this one looks like it's more aged. You can see the
That's-
dots look like they're really aged.
If that's mint green, that's a dark mint green.
No, it's white. Oh, the thing.
No, the pickguard.
Yeah, it looks like it's whatever. It looks like it's aged. This is parchment for
It's
sure.
cigarette white. Yeah.
There might be a way you can zoom in on that.
Well, I don't know because I'm looking at it in a Facebook chat. So let me see. So what do we everyone say? Someone said the white one. Yeah, I don't know.
I like the blue one.
I don't like either of them, honestly. I don't.
Yeah, I'm thinking the white one.
I'm a
The
maple
body,
guy.
the body looks too clean. And on the blue one, yeah, that's what I'm going to tell them.
I do kind of like a journeyman relic though, because it's got a couple little nicks and scratches and stuff. And if you're holding your guitar and you accidentally knock it against the counter and put another little nick or scratch in it, it's not going to hurt the value whatsoever. If you have a
Unless
brand
you get
new,
the snob that goes, I know that brand. It doesn't have a scratch there.
yeah. If you get a nice, shiny, brand new PRS or Gibson or something, and you put one little tiny scratch on it or one little nick, there's half your value right there down
Yeah.
the drain.
Yeah, that shows you how absurd it is. It's like, okay, well, with another guitar, it's a relic, but this one, it's damage.
Yeah, it's true though.
Yeah, I told them I like the 60. I just think the body's too clean, but
I got a couple of made in Japan consignment pieces in here that are 62 reissue.
Oh,
strap.
really?
Yeah, let me show you one.
Oh, yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look.
let's all go to the lobby. Who's this guy?
Ooh, what color is that?
I'm gonna say
Oh, I like.
it's I don't know. Is it maybe a Sonic Blue, or no? Sonic Blue is real light.
It's not Lake Placid.
Not dark enough for that. I honestly
Yeah,
don't know
exactly.
what color this is. But this is on consignment. And the reason I'm guessing it's a 62 reissue is because there's no truss rod adjustment right there. The truss rod adjustment's in the heel. This
Yeah,
is
and the
maybe-
pick and the screw is in the wrong place, which is correct for 62. See the top screw? Instead of it being close to the pickup, it's in the middle there in an awkward place. You guys seeing that?
Oh yeah. These screws right here.
Nope.
One there.
Go down. Boom. That one.
Oh, this
That one got moved in 63. And let me see the color. That's what do they call that? Lake Placid?
No, Lake Placid's
Oh, it's
darker,
too dark. Lake Placid's darker. What is this? This looks like metallic.
And then you can see the serial.
It's a
number.
metallic color, isn't it?
Yeah, it
does
looks
yeah.
like it's
metallic.
And then you can see the serial number is right here at the back of the neck.
We could probably look it up by the serial number.
Crafted by, or does it say made in?
Crafted.
Crafted in Japan.
Yeah. And then up here, you can see that it doesn't look well, does it? Yeah, you can kind of see the water slide decal that's on there, like
Yeah.
they would have done in 62.
Right. I think it's ice blue metallic.
Oh yeah, ice blue.
Yeah.
Although Lake Placid blue looks very similar.
yeah, I'm looking at it now too.
No, Lake Placid's darker. in the
No,
front.
here it is. It's a Fender ST62 reissue
The heck?
made in Japan. It's a Ocean Turquoise Metallic. It's from 2002.
Ocean.
Let me put this in the chat. I tell me this isn't it. I think this is it right there.
How did you look that up from the cereal?
No, I just did Japan 62 reissue, and that came up. But that looks exactly like what he's holding.
Oh, no, that
What are they going for? What are they selling
The
for?
color's off.
Yeah, that's not the color.
That is the color.
No.
You're colorblind, Joe.
That's so much darker. That's darker than Lake Placid. That's darker than Lake Flaccid. No, nobody on Lake Flaccid? All right. Made in Japan. Rat.
This might be.
Caster.
I'm telling you.
1962. Reissue.
And then on the back of the headstock, it has a little Australian flag for some reason. So
The back
again,
of
it's
the
a
headstock?
compartment piece that probably lived its life. It was born and raised in Japan and probably lived its life down in Australia. And then it was sent to me.
Down under.
It's 100% ice blue metallic. 100%. I'm looking at a bunch of them.
You're crazy.
Oh, did we look
No.
up the serial number? Or?
What
No,
he's
no, but it's the
holding
same.
matches exactly to the one I sent you.
No, that's like a greenish blue, but it's dark.
Are you crazy? Get a new monitor. I'm telling you, it's an Ocean Turquoise Metallic.
Yeah,
All right, hold on. We'll
You're both wrong. It's black.
How much more black could it be? None more black.
None more.
All right, hold on.
We could call it Black Mirror.
Hold on. Hold the phone.
Tons of fun right there.
Okay, guys, here it comes in. I'm going to put it in the. Let's see if I can put it in the real chat. It's in the real chat. That's the color I think it is, but this one's been hit by the sun a
No,
little bit.
Yeah, you've been hit by the sun a little bit.
No,
Well,
that's the
I
color.
think the one Dave posted. I mean, I think it's taken in a well lit room. I mean,
But it's also hit, that
On,
that guitar's been hit by the sun, but that's the color.
Yeah.
Now let me show the one that Joe said, so people don't feel like I'm out of my mind.
Go
Or
ahead.
maybe they will. All right, and here's the one Joe sent. Oh, it won't let me post it. Too many big. Can you make that a smaller and put it in the chat,
How?
Krell?
go to
Krell,
time.
Krell
Oh,
knows
okay.
how.
Oh,
Yeah. Did you put it in the private chat?
It's in the private. It's the last thing in the private.
Okay. Last thing I see is Joe. Joe's post.
Hold that up again now. Now I'm looking at his again. Let me see that again. You know what? I think it's Lake Placid. I think that's Lake
might be.
Placid.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see yours in the private
Okay,
chat.
let's get that serial. Let me see that serial number.
yeah. See if that works.
You put it in the chat.
Yep, there you go.
I can't read that. What does that say?
Well, it says
R-
crafted in Japan, but you can't.
R0. Hold on, I can make some of it out. R0 65841. R0 65841. R0 under Japan serial number decoder. R0. What did I say it was? 6'4".
65841.
6 what?
65841.
65841. Oh, I'm not seeing. Oh, here we go. Japan. So it's 2004 to 2005. That's all it's going to tell me.
Yeah, I can't find anything with that serial.
2004, 2005. So
How much is it worth?
I'll look it up right now. Fender.
What should I try to get out of it?
Reissue. 2004.
Well, this guy over here has got $795 with a $159 price drop. He wants $190 in shipping.
So how much is that all together?
I don't know. If I give you my email address, do I get free shipping?
Where do you live at?
Orlando, Florida.
It's fun to play. It feels like it's got 9s on it, or maybe even 8s. Plays like butter.
Yeah, I got to side with Joe on this one. I think it is the ocean turquoise.
Thank
metallic.
you. It's identical to what he's holding up.
Except it doesn't have the relic.
Everyone's basically selling these guitars for like $1,200. There's 1,000, 1,200. Does it come with a case?
No, it has its gig bag. Good. I don't feel so freaking horrible about it because I have it priced at $1,200. No, I have it priced
That's at 12,000.
No, that's 11. I have it priced at $1,100, and
That's
it's
good.
a consignment piece, so I get to keep 25% of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't want to ship it anywhere.
Well, if someone's selling one ice blue metallic for $1,300 and then $200 shipping.
They're daydreaming right there, I think.
Hey, whatever market will bear, I guess.
Yeah.
Scott Thorson. Scott Thorson, everybody.
What's that? Ebony Eyes?
Yeah.
Bob Welch.
Yeah.
I think it's Lake Placid. The turquoise, that ocean turquoise, has too much green in it. How does it look in person?
It looks beautiful.
Is it hints of green in
Oh,
there?
got a dent right there. That knocks off about $500 right there.
Not
No,
if you
that's
relic the
relic.
whole thing.
Yeah.
What
Drag it behind the truck.
Does it have green in the color when you look at it, or is it just pure blue?
I can maybe see where you're saying there's green in the color. Yeah. Yeah, I can see where maybe it's this dark shadowy that would have some green in there.
Now, I think if you take off the neck, is
Oh,
the
it's got
color
a little-
code written there? Where do they put the color code?
Got a finish crack, a little finish crack
Snap
in the
off the neck.
pocket.
Snap the neck on the table. Snap.
That's it.
Step on it. Curb stomp it.
It's a nice guitar. I would swap the neck.
You know, Fender hasn't changed their designs all these years, but there's just something so fucking sexy about a Strat.
Yeah, they just laid off a bunch of people.
That was sexy.
Yep. They were
Try
so
to be a
sexy,
little
they sent
more
them back to Mexi.
Hey, let me ask you guys what I should eat for my meal before I go to go watch TV and watch
Roast
Yeah.
beef.
I was gonna say, is it roast beef or am I eating Cajun salmon? I'll let you
Ooh.
guys decide.
What, your oven eggs don't come up anymore?
I ate
with the
eggs.
feta
My
cheese
eggs.
and,
I had eggs and oatmeal for my 5:30 meal.
Oh, okay.
I'm eating oatmeal now because it's supposed to lower your cholesterol. My doctor wanted to put me on a torvastatin. And then I talked to a friend of mine, and she's like, oh, you know what? I had high cholesterol. I started eating oatmeal every day, and it knocked it way down.
Mm.
I should call my insurance and say, send the check to her.
Yeah.
You guys can use it.
Oh, so
All right. And so that's that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm eating. So I ate that today. But it's either going to be salmon or roast beef. Maybe I'll do
go with the roast beef.
It's
Yeah.
less cooking. Less cooking. So good. Wait, did I have red meat today? Negative. Be my first red meat today. All right, I'll do that. I'll have roast beef. All right, guys, we're at the time. So let's figure. Oh, Joe John Taylor says I'll have salmon tomorrow though for lunch. Let's hear what everyone's got going on for the week, and let's
down. What does it say?
What?
That text?
Oh, it's John Vernon in the Animal House saying 0.0.
Yeah, it's Flounder's GPA.
Oh my
No, Belushi's.
No, Belushi actually charted. It was like a point something, but Flounder was 0.0. Hello.
I disagree. Pull up the bit.
Do we have time? Yeah.
Last Sunday afternoon, there's a local movie theater down the street, and they used to call it the Tempe Dollar Theaters, but now tickets are $3.50 to get into a movie theater. And it was closed during COVID, but my landlord that I have right here for this store, he's the same landlord that owns this movie theater. Last Sunday at 7:15, they played Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh,
man.
You gotta go to the movies.
Gotta go to the movie.
She hated it.
Hey, girls, this is Lou. Lou, these are girls.
Yeah, and there's the old can you give me a call when you have no class?
Oh, it's some great lines in that.
It was a good movie.
That movie was epic. Epic.
Yeah.
And
What's your favorite subject? Poetry? Why don't you help me straighten out my Longfellow?
Yeah. And then he does the
Hey,
the
Vonnegut,
jump.
you read
The
lips?
Triple
Triple
Lindy,
Fuck
right?
you.
What was that? The Triple Lindy?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yours
triple
truly.
Lindy.
Can your kid do that dive? Oh, no again. No. The triple
And then
Lindy.
watching one of these other Jay Leno. Jay Leno actually went and saw Rodney when he was pretty much on his deathbed. And they said, okay, Jay was like,
Hold on a second. Krabba's gonna
Okay.
ready to tell me I'm right.
Yep. No, wait.
no, just Jay Leno, right? He sees
I'm reading
Rodney on his
I'm
deathbed.
reading the closed captioning. It says Blutarski had 0.20.
Yeah, it's 0.0 because he looks up and he's got the chopsticks or pencils in his nose or whatever it is.
Yeah, hang on for a second.
Yeah, hold on. Let
Can
him
I
listen to
listen?
it. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, hang on.
But it's only been playing through my phone through the show 500 times. You think one more time is going to matter?
Wait, hang on.
I want to hear what Dane had to say.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So Jay
Go back.
Leno is seeing Rodney on his deathbed, and Rodney's wife says, "Jay, put your finger."
Yeah, you're right.
He
You're
can't
right,
talk anymore. Okay, Rodney can't talk anymore, but Rodney's wife said, "Jay, put
You're
your
right, Dave.
finger
I know.
in Rodney's hand, and you can talk to Rodney. And when he can't really speak to you, but he'll squeeze your hand. He'll squeeze your finger when he wants to like say yes or no or whatever. Rodney will squeeze your finger." And so they're doing that. And so Rodney squeezes Jay Leno's finger for some reason or whatever. And they're trying to talk. He's pretty much saying goodbye to him. And then at towards the end, Jay Leno tells Rodney, "Oh, hey, by the way, that wasn't my finger." And so in his deathbed, almost dead, Rodney Dangerfield goes and starts laughing. And so Jay Leno gave Rodney his very last laugh.
Well, at least Jay made someone laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
And then killed him.
It's,
I can do that for all day. That's my Jay Leno.
yeah.
Didn't
All
Chris
right.
Elliott do Jay Leno?
Oh, the best.
Yeah.
Chris, what are you doing? This is Leno's bit. Hey, he's what's my beef? What's my beef, Dave? All right, Joe, what do you got? Well, actually, Dane, we'll go to you first. What do you got for the rest of the week? Let's go quickly. We're going to cancel.
I have absolutely nothing going on except I sit here at my guitar shop and I'm trying to sell guitars. That's what I've got going on this week. Come on in. If you're on the east side of Phoenix, Arizona, drop on by.
And if you're watching the show, you can call the shop and ask him if he has guitars that he sold 4 years ago.
That's true.
Yeah.
Or
Joe, what do you got going on, my friend?
Channel.
Just work. It's back to school. We're at peak. They don't let us do nothing until October 14th. So.
The second mention of back to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
You got 4 closets full of nothing to wear. It's a great movie.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like she's like, he goes, nice dress. Put some pockets in it. You look like a pool table. No offense.
and to see it at the movie theater was just really fun and refreshing.
I saw it in the theater when it came out. Rodney was my all-time favorite.
Oh yeah.
Well, you saw Back to School in the theater?
Yeah, it was at the Dollar Movie
I saw
theater.
Caddyshack in the theater when it first came out.
I've seen
But
Caddyshack.
this was last Sunday. I saw this last Sunday.
Yeah, no, that's great. I love when the theaters play the old movies.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Down the street here at Lincoln thing, they had like a mob movie marathon a few years back. They had Goodfellas, they had Godfather, they had Godfather Part 2, and I forget what else. Casino. And I mean, it was just a movie marathon the whole friggin' day. That would have been good to go to.
Scorsese Day.
Yeah, I saw Spinal Tap in the theater there back in 2007. Yeah, I had never seen it in the theater, so I went with my friend Rich.
The last 2 I saw re-released because they do that. AMC does that every now and then. I got to see Grease again in the theater, which was awesome. And we got to see Smoking the Bandit.
Ooh,
it was awesome.
Have fun
Right?
having some of that hot Sally Fieldhouse.
Right.
And I was going to say earlier when we were talking Rockford Files, who did more for the Pontiac Firebird, Jim Rockford or the Burt Reynolds? Well, I know one was a Trans Am,
Burt Reynolds,
yeah.
But you got to admit, James
Bandit,
Rockford
I should say,
did a lot for that car.
Yeah, he did a lot for the car before Bandit came out. Then Bandit just
really did.
put it over the edge.
Now?
I think Knight Rider may have done more, right? Come on.
And there was even a move called the Rockford. So when you slam your car into reverse and then you kind of spin around and throw it into drive real quick, that move is actually called the Rockford.
Really? Yeah. My friend used to do that.
And then after the Rockford, it was, better get Mako.
Yeah.
Earl Scheib, I love your body. All right, guys, listen. So Tuesdays, hold on a second. This is going to drive me batshit.
Exactly.
So Tuesdays, we are going to do this new thing coming up. Not this week, maybe next week. So I don't know if you know what's going on at the White Ash, Krell. The VIP room has been changed into a restaurant room. So now they're going to have full service with tables and everything. On Tuesday, when I start filming, we're going to sit at one of the tables, an 8-top, and have everyone sitting around, smoking cigars, arguing music. You know, your typical Iron Maiden versus Judas Priest. You guys remember Chuck that was on this show with Ryan a couple of weeks ago? So that show will be on at some point. I just have to find somebody who will film it, who will hold my camera. Other than that, not much going on. I probably will I'm going to do something with Jan, smoking cigars. We want to have a cigar together. And also I need to do my 5 cigars to stay away from by all costs. At least that I think are bad. And like I said, the ones that I think are good, people could look like. I mean, I'm sure me and Jan have completely different tastes when it comes to cigars. Hey, Pam, they heard you, Pam, plenty with your exactly, as you could probably hear. So anyways, that is all that is going on. I will be playing Friday and Saturday. I will not be filming Friday or Saturday.
I missed those on a Friday or Saturday night. It was nice.
Again,
stopping
like I
in.
said, I went over it. It's just the sound when I go back and listen to it. I'm like, that doesn't sound anything like what these people have been enjoying. What's going on with my computer? It's rebooting. What the hell's happening? All right, listen, everyone. We're going to call it a show. I want to thank Joe for being here. I want to thank Krellbach for being here. And especially, I want to thank special guest Dane for being here. Always a pleasure to have you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Like I said, next week I'll send you the link. If anytime you want to come on, it's all good.
Okay.
And yeah, and I'm gonna go eat some roast. Well, what time is it?
Is the Hulk going to be on tonight, Dave?
Let me take a look. Let me ask our sponsor.
The Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
It appears he won't be on, which is odd because we. Oh, you know what though? Wait, do I have the whole? Hold on, let me see. I may have made Krellbach do something. And hold on,
Mr. Blutowski. 0.0.
Rub it in.
Not rub it in. I may have played that clip 100 times on this show, and you're sitting there saying it's for Flounder.
Yeah, I thought it
Flounder's
was
the one.
Flounder for some reason.
Yeah, you guys playing cards? That one I got to get in there. I got to cut the clip when the guys are playing poker, and he's like, "You guys playing cards?" Such a fucking idiot. I love him.
This is great.
Oh, you know what else? You know what's funny? I've noticed on Seinfeld, watching it before we go, when they always get angry, they always go, "All right." Do you remember when Newman, Newman wanted the masseuse? No, he wanted to use the deaf girl. And he's like, "Please let me use her." He's like, no, get out of here. Get out of here. He goes, "All right, you have your fun." Right? Then the one with Jerry went to go to lunch with Lois and Duncan Meyer. And he goes, "Look, race me again." And he goes, "All right." Like they always do the all right when they grit it. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah, synthol, no. Testosterone, trenbolone, maybe. I'm not denying that I might know what those things are, but synthol, no, absolutely not. That stuff's
Trenbolone sandwiches.
no. But Johnny, the guns have come in. Not too bad. The pipes, they're curling 65s right now. They're going to get up to 70s, Johnny, if you can hang. Look at him. He's got a little pipe going on there himself. Look at that. I got to get my try up. All right. That's enough.
All right.
That's enough of this video.
I got to go put Mikey to bed.
Yeah, you put Mikey to bed. I'm going to go eat myself to some roast beef. And everyone, thanks so much for hanging with us. We'll see you again next week. And as always, very good.
Good night.
Okay, goodbye, Ted.
Goodbye.